Hey guys, you see how this shock is leaking? Right there, you can kind of see how all the fluid is draining out and leaking onto the strut itself. Today we're going to show you how to replace this, so stick around. Alright, here's all the tools and parts you're going to need for this job. So from left to right we have the trim tool, we have a 3/8 inch drive socket, we have two 14 deep sockets, a 17 and a 19, two different torque wrenches, a hammer. I'm using a electric impact, which speeds this job up quite a bit. And then you're also going to need an open end 17 and a 14 millimeter to keep the bolts from spinning. And then here is the struts that I'm using. It's the KYB struts. I'm just going to show putting on one. The other side is exactly the same. So let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be changing the rear shocks on this 2013 Subaru BRZ. So first thing we need to do is get the car jacked up in the rear and braced. Check out the link if you haven't done that before. I've got a link in this video where I show you how to jack it up and safely get it locked in on jack stands. And so now that we have that done, step number one is to take the tire off. Here's what we're going to be doing is we're taking out this rear shock right there. There it is in all its glory. But here's where we're going to be working. So we're going to be taking out these 3 bolts. That's 17, that's 17, and that's 14. But before we do that, I'm going to hit these with some penetrating oil. Okay, and while we let that soak, we need to loosen the bolts at the top of the shock. Okay, so we'll need to take this carpet out the back. Let's just fold up like that. And then this side folds up. And once you have both sides folded up, you just pull it out. And it's much easier to do with 2 hands. And I should have put the camera on the tripod instead of trying to do this with 1 hand and video at the same time. But that's how you take the carpet out. Now that we've got the carpet out, we're going to pull these 2 clips. We probably don't need to pull that one just so that we can pull this back, because here the bolts are right here and it'll just be easier to get to that with that pulled down. So let's pop these clips out. That revealed, we can see 2 bolts right there. Again, those are 14 millimeters. We're just going to loosen those. And so I'm going to use an open end wrench to hold the bolt and my electric impact on the nut. Just going to keep this nut on here so that I can tap on it here in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to take these out. Start with this one. And the thing to know is that these with the pointed ends of the bolt, that goes in this bushing and then it goes in the shock. And so that this one came out. So now we're just gonna turn it just a little bit. There we go. Once you get that one out, the rest of it is not too bad. All right. So now we got that. Let's go take the top bolts out all the way. So since that's not holding, like it's not sliding through, I'm going to go ahead and pull these nuts off because it's not going to fall. Okay, so now we should be able to push this lower control arm down, and then we can slide the shock out. Just push down on this, grab onto the shock, and slide it out. Almost out. Just like that. Okay. There you have it. This shock is out. So let's go get the new one. So there's the old one. There's the new one. There's no spring compression or anything like that we need to do. So now we need to take the new shock, take these nuts off the top, and slide it up in here where the old one went, and put the nuts on the top to hold that the top of the shock in place, and then we'll align it on the bottom. So let's do that now. Okay, so we basically want to go in there kind of the same way it came out. So we're going to go down by the control arm, push it up here. You should be able to feel the holes where the and then you got to push that control arm down. You're going to hold this here and then push this control arm down so you can get the shock in there. So okay, so now we've got that in there. So now we want to line the top there. You want to align the holes. I don't know how I'm going to be able to show you, I don't think. But those two holes are right up in there. And so now that you have it sitting right here on the control arm like that, and balancing it, now you can work with it up here to hold that, to get those in the right top half holes. Okay, now that we're in the holes will go to the top and put those bolts in, or nuts in. And tighten those down. Everything looks good there. So you can see down in there. Looks good. All right, we'll come back and torque that in just a minute. So now we got to put those bolts back in. And that's the tricky part. The hardest one to put in, I think, is the shock. So I tend to do that one first. I'll put the bushing one in. Okay. All right, now hopefully this won't be the hard one. All right, so we'll probably want to jack this up a little bit right here again. I'm going to go ahead and snug this down though before I do that. Now that that's snug, let's raise this up. There we go. That's close. Well, that was a nightmare. Okay, so now snug this up. The only one we didn't tighten is this one back here. Let's go ahead and snug it up. Okay, so now that we got those snug, let's torque the top hat nuts. Okay, these are torqued to 35 foot-pounds. So now let's put this foot back on, just like that. There's the clips. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to put this carpet back in. So to do this, you have to fold in both sides, just like this. It slides it into the trunk. Oops. So slide it into the trunk like that. Okay, so fold it in like that. And then pop that down right there. And then you pop it down on this side too. Okay, so trunk is done. All the bolts are torqued. We're good there. So now we got to torque these control arms. So this back bushing, we're going to torque it to 28 foot-pounds. Okay. Oh, and I read that you want to torque this with it jacked up like this to where the shock is actually loaded, which is why we're keeping that jacked up. So this knuckle here, it is torqued to 66 foot-pounds. Okay, 66. And then this one is torqued to 88 foot-pounds. Okay, so final one here. This gets torqued to 88 foot-pounds. There we go. 88. Now we can lower the jack. All right. So now it's time to put the wheel back on. And again, I hand tighten these all the way to the end so that I don't accidentally strip anything, because these BRZ wheel studs strip pretty easy. But if one does strip, I have a video to show you how to do that, so I'll link it here. Okay, so now I'm going to snug this up with my impact. Just make sure you use the star pattern. I'm not going to get this super tight with this. I'm just going to snug it up to just like that. And Now we're going to lower the car, and I'll torque these to the right specs, which I think is 88 or 90 foot-pounds, and we'll get that torqued. And that will be it. And that will successfully have replaced the rear shocks on the Subaru BRZ. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Your likes and subscriptions really help the channel grow, and we appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot.